Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Musa. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Sinks the tray.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Takes it inside to the wing, right side. Here's Garuba. And a strong finish with two hands.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball four.
Here's Vasenkov. Offline with a three. Here's Garuba. Fournier covering. Garuba with the bucket. Garuba's got 5 points.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Pass to Fall. There's a screen. They swipe it. And here's the fast break. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
The visitors with the ball. 6-point game. Knocked loose. In transition. Here's Garuba. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Looking to end the run. No good. Here's Musa. Fournier covering. Screen by Deck. Here's Musa. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Oh, hey! How about that?
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. And that's a foul called on Evan Fournier. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Musa. The three. And the three-pointer goes.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Vasenkov. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Musa. Offensive board. Right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Deck. Goes back up. Tipped. And he's able to get it back. And there's 1:45 left in the first. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
A big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. For three. Drills it from deep. He's got 5.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Fournier for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
When you make a 3 on him, Fournier wants a little payback, and he gets it.
Let's go with a 3. Musa, good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Vizinkov. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
There's a screen from Garuba. Pass to Deck. Here's Musa. Fournier covering. Musa, good.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball passes to Fournier. He can't get it to go.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Pass to Garuba. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Fall. Here's Papanikolaou. He gets it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends. Well, he showed right there, this guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Pass to Azonia. Six on the shot clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the home team. They're on a roll right now, making their way to the #1 spot.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they're kind of a middle-of-the-road squad. Not bad, but haven't been able to make the leap into the upper echelon of teams.
And Dorsey gets it to go.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
4-3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Here's Dorsey. The three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Azonia. Ibaka, he's open, and they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Ibaka's got his first 2 points.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Yep, that one goes. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Peters. He's scoreless. Can they get it? Nails it from 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
He takes it in, over to the wing. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's Dorsey. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Peters' shot is good.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
The 3 is up. And that one's good. Ibaka for 3. Ibaka's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
There's a screen. Here's Dorsey. Offensive rebound. The shot's good.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
To the left wing. 1:49 left in the first half. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
They're having more success with the three-point shot here in the second quarter as they try to cut into this lead.
Here's Hezonja. From outside, off the mark. A minute 20 left in the second. Here's Peters. This one for three. And Campazzo pulls it down. The three ball. That shot is off. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Lets the three fly. Evans, that's good. Evans has got his second bucket on the night.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Here's Hezonja. Driving to the basket, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Ibaka for three. Sinks it from distance. Ibaka's got 8. Pass to Dorsey. Takes a three. Drains the triple. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Ibaka for three. Hits a three-pointer. Ibaka's got 11 points in the quarter.
He's got a hot hand, and the defense seems helpless to stop scoring.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They're up by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Well, I think for the home team, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder to score.
That's it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. The visitors with the ball. They trail by 3. Pass to Vezenkov. From behind the arc. And Musa pulls it down. Vezenkov's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Fall.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Fournier. Knocks it down from distance. 6 points for him.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
To the wing, right side. Ooh, stolen by Fournier. Here's the break. Pass to Vezenkov. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Blocked! And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Boy, that makes them 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
On Tuesday, and then on Sunday. Pass to Garuba from deep. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And he recovers it to the inside. Fournier for three. That shot missing. Here's Musa. Give him 8 points now. Out left to the wing. Pass to Garuba. Launches it from deep. A rebound by Vezenkov. Vezenkov's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Fournier for three. No good on the shot. Fournier's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Musa. Lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Pass to Vezenkov. For the lead. Gets the three to fall.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Tipped away. And so the ball out of bounds. Fournier touched it last. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Knocks down the long J.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Launches a three. Garuba with a rebound.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Hits the trifecta.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Outside Fournier. Down low. Shot from inside. Off the window. It's good.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
The three. Musa, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside Fournier. From the arc. Gets the three ball to go. Fournier's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, Evan Fournier staying on the move and working to get that three-point opportunity. Nicely done.
Here's Musa on the take. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. 6 to shoot. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it. All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Ibaka. Lets it go from deep. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. Here's Peters. Got it off in time. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer.
Make no mistake, that's a big-time throw.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. They lead by 1. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Puts up a deep three. The long-distance three is buried.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Here's Dorsey. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two. Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Out to the wing. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
The fader. They get it back. Pass to Azonia. Here's Campazzo. Another shot. Ibaka with it. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly. And that one is right through the heart.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Peters. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Campazzo. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. And the jam by Ibaka.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Here's Peters. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter. Top of the key. Kept alive. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Azonia. Off the mark there with a three.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Peters. Here's Dorsey. Fires in the triples. Dorsey's got 6 in the quarter.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Campazzo. That one's good for 2. Here's Vezinkov. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Outside Fournier. Fires the three. The shot, no good.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
To the right side. There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Evans. And he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Ibaka. Oh, he nails it!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Here's Hazonia.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
Fournier for 3. No good that time. And so they get the victory here at home. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to...
Welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. We got a good one in store for you. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Home team foul. Compazzo. First personal foul. First team foul.
Saturansky outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Metu. Saturansky outside. Shot clock at 6. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
They set a pick. Saturansky outside. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's Garuba. And he can't jam it through.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Here's Musa. Off target from outside. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. There's the triple. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The 3 is up. Saturansky pulls it in.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
There's a screen by Metu. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. No good on the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Parker outside. Here's Vesely. Over to the left wing.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Saturansky outside. From the wing, just 5 on the clock. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
Pass to Musa. They need this. Pure from 3-point range.
A tough matchup for the smaller defender there. Just shot right over the top without thinking twice.
Here's Metu. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Here's Musa. Here's the 3. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
1 minute left in the opening quarter. Takes the 3. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
To the wing on the left. And he hits it to tie the game. 9 points in the game. Parker outside. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. There's a screen, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Musa. He's got 9. Inside. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. They lead by 2 after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point. No good on the quick 3. Here's Hazonia. 3-pointer off the mark. To the left side wing. And Hazonia pulls it down.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Puts up a 3. Fall. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Out to the wing. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Hazonia, and he dunks it down.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And there's a pick. There's the 3. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. They get it again. Second chance effort. That one goes in.
Intelligent ball movement. The offense looking one step ahead there.
Off target from 3-point range. Here's Vesely. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
To the inside. Oh, swiped away. Here's Hazonia. Pass to Ibaka from outside the arc. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Back to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3, and Hazonia pulls it down. And the layup is good off the glass.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
It's rebounded by Ibaka.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
And they take the lead.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 4 rebounds now. 1:33 left to play in the second quarter. Buries it from 3.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Vesely to the left wing. Out left to the wing. And he lobs it up top. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. On the break. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5. 52 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Launches it. Not going to go that time. Here's Vesely. Ooh, it's stolen.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give him another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Fires for 3. It's not going to go for him.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They're up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
When it comes to running the offense, he's been exceptional, making smart play calls. And they were sloppy, gave the ball away too much. And that comes down to one thing. Focus.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shaq. I was...
That's it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Satoransky outside. He shoots. And he hits the jumper.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
Pass to Deck. And he slams it in one-handed.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising. In a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Here's Metu from downtown. The shot off that time. Here's Garuba. And a two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Back to Satoransky. The 3 is up. Doesn't go for him. Here's the break. Here's Deck. Off target with the 3. Parker left side. Takes the 3. Here's Metu. No made baskets yet. 6 on the shot clock. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Musa, no good. Pass to Satoransky. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Full team foul. Musa. First personal foul First team foul.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Drives to the hoop. Missed inside.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And that one is hammered home.
Incredible. I mean, this is the NBA. The defense needs to be much better.
He doesn't slam it often, but the D can't take him lightly, or he will.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
6 to shoot. Here's Parker. Garuba with a rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Deck passes to Garuba.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Musa. Long target from range. 17 points in the game.
Making his mark from long range today. That's his second triple of the half, his 5th overall.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Into the lane.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Satoransky passes to Metu. A shot to stop the run. It doesn't go for him.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Here's Musa, covered by Satoransky. Clock at 6. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Shot from the top of the key. Up again. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Garuba. He got a piece of it. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Deck. Here's Musa. He's got 17. Back to Deck. And there's the drive. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up 10. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen from the arc. That shot off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Hernan Gomez has gotten 4 this quarter. Here's Hazonia. And a miss there on the triple. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. To the wing on the left. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Wide open. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack. 0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Away team foul.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the jam by Ibaka.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. All alone on the break. And he lays it in on the break.
Way to capitalize on the mistake that leads to the bucket. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution for the away team. Number 0.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. They set the pick.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Third team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Metu, he's checked in for Fall. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. There's the triple, and Musa pulls it down. Let's go with a 3. The shot by Hazonia, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Here's Musa. It's stolen. Parker outside. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
No good on the triple. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. And so they get the victory here at home. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Medu is out there with Parker, and it's Vesely in at the 5 spot. Here's Vazenkov. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And a nice
4-9. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. 3-pointer. Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. Over to the left wing. Drills it from outside. He has 6.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Off target from 3-point range. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Back to Parker. To the left wing. Now here's Satoransky. He's covered closely. Here's Papanikolaou, and he jams it with authority.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Vezenkov. Pass to Papanikolaou. Right side Fournier. Just 5 to shoot. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Fournier saying, you sink one on us, I'm coming right back at you.
Now Satoransky. Back to Parker. Here's Medu. To the inside. They swipe it. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Here's Vezenkov. Connects from 3-point range. Vezenkov's got 6.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
To the left side wing. There's the pick. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 9. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, it's intercepted. Outside Fournier. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from 3-point range. Fournier's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And nothing is falling for him right now. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Satoransky looking around. Medu passes to Satoransky. Parker outside. Lets the 3 fly. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Papanikolaou's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And stolen by Fournier. Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov, covered by Parker. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And really setting the tone early with their 3-point shooting.
That's already 5 made triples in the first quarter. What a start.
24 seconds left to play here in the first. For 3, Fournier goes back up. Fires for 3. The rebound by Medu. Here's the break. Launches a 3. Got a piece of it. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They're up by 6. And the second. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Parker out there with Medu, and it's Vesely in at the center. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Peters misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
There's the screen. Laprovitola. That three off the mark. And here's the break. Here's Dorsey. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Peters passes to Dorsey. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. A three-pointer is right on target. Dorsey's got 6 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Unloads. Full. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
And here's Evans outside. They get it back. Now Dorsey. He has 6. Second chance shot. Fall with the rebound.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
It's Evans on the wing. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Knocks it loose.
Out of bounds.
From downtown, it's good from long range. Evans has got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Back to Abrinas. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Abrinas has got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Dorsey. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Takes a three. It's deflected, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Evans feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Hangs home the trifecta. Evans has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
They set the pick. Here's Laprovitola. Here's Fall. Pass to Laprovitola. Shoots the three. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
To the paint. A steal. And they're on the break. Anderson wide open. Off target from outside. 1:10 left in the second quarter. Latre. Out left to the wing. Here's Peters. No good on the triple. It's 2-on-1. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Abrinas has got 8 points.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Here's Dorsey. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Dorsey's got 9 points in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Abrinas the pass to Laprovitola. Tries the spin move. And the layup's good off the glass. Laprovitola's got his second basket.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Here's Dorsey. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. Here's the break.
Home team foul. Militino. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's the visitors now. 6-point game.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Leading by 6. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details.
They've had the hot hand from deep. So I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
And now, not a bad time to take a... And that concludes halftime. Now time to...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in a 2-guard. Here's Vazenkov. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
They've got Metu. He's out there with Parker, and it's Vesely in at the 5 down low. Satoransky's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Shot on the wing. Doesn't go that time. He's guarded by Fournier. Back to Parker. Releases. And he knocks down the jumper. 10 points for him. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Vazenkov. From outside, off the mark. Vesely kicks to Parker. Out to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
They set the screen. Here's Vazenkov. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Parker dishes to Vesely. Pass to Satoransky. There's the triple. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Papanikolaou. No good with the triple. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Parker outside. Drills it from outside. Parker's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. The shot by Sadaransky, no good. Sadaransky's gotten only one of his threes to drop for him. He's got 5 attempts. To the right side. Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Parker. 1:31 left in the third quarter.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's the three. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. Papanikolaou's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here he goes. Fournier in the corner. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Sadaransky. No good on the three.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Fall. Still without a basket. Fades back. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got 5 rebounds tonight. Parker outside. Fall with the rebound. Parker's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Stolen by Sadaransky. He's guarded by Fournier. They set the pick. Back to Parker for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Parker's got his second basket of the night.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. Abrinas the pass to Laprovitola. Back to Abrinas. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Evans, and it's Peterson at the power forward.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Over to the left wing. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Abrinas' shot is off. Dorsey passes to Papanikolaou. Evans outside. Here's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Laprovitola passes to Fall. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Laprovitola's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Evans outside. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. The visitors with the ball, trailing by 10. For 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Now Dorsey. There's the triple. Good on the triple.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Away team foul. Number 8. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for your home team.
Stolen by Anderson.
Evan Fournier.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Vazenkov. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
2 minutes.
Here's Laprovitola. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Here's Vazenkov. His three-pointers off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Evans outside. It's Fournier on the wing. Fires the three. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
From deep three-point territory. The rebound by Anderson.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Fires from way outside. And Fournier kicks to Evans. From deep three-point territory. He can't hit that time. From deep three-point land. The shot's good from Laprovitola. 40 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Dorsey. Fires from way outside. That shot missing.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Evans. From deep three-point territory. Can't get it to fall. And so the home crowd treated to a win. It was up for grabs right until the final second. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Musa in at shooting guard. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. With the shot. Pass to Peters. From past the arc, knocks down the three ball.
Always feels good getting that first one in the bank.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Musa can't hit. And here's the fast break. A three ball. Traps in the tray. Peters has got his second basket of the night.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
With the drive.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
No good on the wing three. Here's Musa. Good on the three-point shot. Musa's got 5.
3 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Garuba's shot is off. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. For 3, Fournier. To the wing on the left. Here's Papanikolaou. Cans it from downtown.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
And he's good on the three ball.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Musa. He's guarded by Fournier. Out to the right wing. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Peters. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 11.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Peters has gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
The visitors with the ball, down by 12. Musa with the bucket.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Fournier for 3, and Garuba pulls it down. Stolen. A solo fast break. There's the lob to the hoop.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
The 3. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Three-pointer. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got 11.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Here's Papanikolaou. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For the finish, pushes it down to finish the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Peters. A three-pointer, no good. And here comes the break. Here's Musa. 11 points in the game. From deep. Here's Tavares. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Fall. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Here's Musa. Kept alive. Here's Deck. Shoots the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Fournier for three, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
We've got Hezonja, and it's Campazzo in at the one spot. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now Dorsey. There's the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Dorsey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Hezonja. Here is Ibaka. Jacks up a three. Buries it from three-point range.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Evans passes to Dorsey. Fires for three. The rebound by Ibaka. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. To the left wing. Back to Hezonja. Ibaka outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure we don't give him too good of a look.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Campazzo. Out to Ibaka. Here's the three. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Evans outside. Fires from deep. And Campazzo pulls it down. Ibaka looking for an opening. Another miss by Ibaka. Here's Dorsey. From the arc. And Campazzo pulls it down. Dorsey's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Ewing. It's good from long range. Ewing's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here is Ibaka. He has yet to score. He gets the three-pointer to fall.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Evans kicks to Dorsey. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Vezenkov. Clock at 6. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Vezenkov's got his second basket of the night. Vezenkov's gone a perfect 2 of 2 from the arc. On its way from Ibaka for two. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Evans outside. Sinks the triple.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Evans has gone 1 of 3 from three-point land. Launches a three. That shot is off. Huey's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Dorsey. Hits it from three-point range. Dorsey's got 6 here in this quarter.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
That one goes. Count it. Huey's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Evans in the corner. Lets it go with a three. A shot off that time.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And so here's the home team.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Lets it go from deep. And it's Vezenkov missing. Here's Azania. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And the first half is now in the books. Up by 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
This looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the home team. Thank you for being with us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. They've got Fall, Fournier out there with Peters, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3, the small forward. Fall with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
And it's Deck in at the small forward position. Peters misses.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here's Musa. He's guarded by Fournier. Puts up a 3. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Peters. He's got 11. Takes the 3. Connects from three-point range. Peters has got 14.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Fall. There's the pick. Here's Peters. Clock at 4. Nailed from three-point land. 17 points in the game.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And that one is hammered home.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Now, here's Fournier. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fournier's got his second basket of the game.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Beyond the arc. Garuba's shot is off. Garuba's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pulls up. Musa grabs the miss.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Peters with the bucket.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Musa can't hit.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
First team foul.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Now, here's Fournier. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Here's Peters. Pass to Fournier. Takes a 3. And the 3 ball is good. Fournier's got 10 points.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
1:11 left here in the third quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Drains the 3-pointer. 8 points for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Musa can't hit. Here's Peters. 20 points for him. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Peters has got 12 points here in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Peters. 23 points in the game. Fires from way outside. Deck pulls it in. Stripped it away. Pass to Fournier. Here's Fall. Here's Peters. Got it up. And no good in the last second attempt this time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Dorsey's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. They've got Huey, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Azania's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Here's Huey. Plays it up and banks it in.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Pass to Dorsey. This one for 3. Drops in the tray.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Dorsey's gone 3 of 6 in his 3-point shooting tonight. Ibaka for 3. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Ibaka's gone 1 of 6 shooting so far. And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Vezenkov from downtown. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Huey. Sinks the triple.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Huey's gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Evans dishes to Dorsey. Launches it. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. Huey, the pass to Ibaka. Here's Huey, covered by Evans. Sinks the three-pointer. Huey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Pass to Evans. There's a screen. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Ibaka, no luck.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
And here's Evans outside. The rebound by Ibaka.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually. Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And it's Vezenkov missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And stolen by Hezonja. To the left side wing. Here's Campazzo. Buries it from three-point range.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Latrey hands it from downtown.
Number 77.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. For the three. Ibaka, no luck.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
There's a good screen. Here's Vezenkov. No good from outside. Vezenkov's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. The quick look, no good that time.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
58 seconds left in the game. Hezonja's shot is off. Hezonja's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Launches it from deep. The shot, no good. Pass to Campazzo. Ibaka for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
3.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Vezenkov. They grab their own miss. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Was shot by Dorsey, no good. From deep three-point territory. Fires from way outside. No good. And so they get the victory here at home. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Musa. Fires for 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. There's a screen by Metu. Kicks it out to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Garuba. Knocks down the triple. Garuba's got 5 now.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Launches it. The shot misses.
and he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Musa. He takes it in, and that one is stuffed right through.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
The 3 ball. He can't hit that time. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Fall.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Satoransky. No good with the triple.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Here's Musa, covered by Satoransky. The 3. Here's Garuba, and it goes out of bounds following the shot. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
And his team counts on him to lead the offense and make things happen out there. And lately, he's done just that. He's giving a ton of energy and done everything in his power to help them succeed.
Now Parker. From behind the arc. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
Here's Musa. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
And he gets the bucket. He's got 7. There's a minute 54 left in the first. Pass to Garuba. Here's Campazzo. To halt the run. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
At the line for the away team.
And that one misses. In transition, here they come. Pass to Fall. Here's Metu, 3-pointer, and he buries his first look.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his 3-point shot as a weapon.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Banked it in off the glass.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
54 seconds left in the first quarter. Man, showing some terrific range.
3 points.
Pass to Satoransky. Takes it inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Campazzo, covered by Satoransky. Garuba, no good. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Musa. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. They're up 7. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
No good there. Pass to Ibaka. Five to shoot. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the three-pointer goes.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And there's the screen. Jacks up a three. Gets the three ball to go.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Count it. Good.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Outside, Anderson.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On the clock. That shot, no good. Ooh, great D that time from Ibaka. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. On Thursday and then Monday. Spins. Oh, a denial. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Hezonja gets the bucket.
Part of the reason why they have leads, they haven't turned it over too much. They are playing smart basketball.
A great job to establish position and square up.
From outside the arc. The shot, no good. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
No good from outside. To the paint. Stripped it away. Pass to Ibaka. To the middle. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining.
6 to shoot. From deep three-point land. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Here's Vesely. Lets it fly. Cans it from the wing. 5 points in the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
There's a minute 17 left in the second. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Back to Anderson. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Up top, Ibaka. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Pass to Anderson. Here's Hernan Gomez. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Hezonja. Fires the three. The shot comes out. He's off on that one. And that concludes the first half. Up 10. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end,
Now it's time to check in. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. So it's the home team now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Fall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Out to the wing. Parker the screen. Out left to the wing. For three. Five to shoot. Knocks down the long J. 12 points for him.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the small forward position. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught. And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Here's Garuba. Nails it from beyond the arc. Garuba's got 8.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Pass to Metu. Here's Fall. Back to Metu. This one for three. The shot no good. Here's Musa, covered by Satoransky. Shoots. Musa, good. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Satoransky with it. 4-3. He drops it from range. Satoransky's gone 2 of 4 shooting. Here's Campazzo, covered by Satoransky. Pass to Musa. The 3. And Metu pulls it down. Here's the break. Puts up a 3. On target from range.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Launches a 3. Musa, good. He's got 10.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Baseline jumper. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
A deep three. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Parker, and Parker throws it down.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Six on the shot clock. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Satoransky outside to the left wing. Lets the three fly. Garuba with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Musa. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, BA, they should really stick with what they've been doing.
Here's Fall. Satoransky right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. And Musa pulls it down. Satoransky's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. And there's the lob.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Musa. Takes a three. Buries it from 3. He's got 15.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Drops in the 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Up by 10. And we're coming right back. Be sure to... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Pass to Ibaka to the left side wing. Here's Hazonia. The three-pointer off the mark.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Anderson gets the bucket.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Shot clock at 6. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Three-pointer, no good. Anderson covers. Good on the bucket. Drains the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Out to the right wing. teardrop, and it's good for 2. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Ibaka on the double team. Here's Vesely. That's Ibaka defending. Inside. Here's Vesely. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Here's Musa. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
They're having a good half offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Defense always had their eyes on him, and then he gives it away. Classic misdirection.
Pass to Ibaka. Unloads. And Parker pulls it down. Parker's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Vesely. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, wow! Plenty of room for his trademark slam.
You could tell once he saw the crack in the D, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, everybody in the building was waiting for it.
Musa, no good.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Parker outside. 6 to shoot. Misses the 3. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Musa. That 3's off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Vesely. That's Ibaka defending. Here's the 3. And Musa pulls it down. Here's Hezonja beyond the arc. Here's Garuba. Pass to Musa. Over to the left wing. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time.
Away team foul. Yui. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Sinks it from distance.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. So the home crowd treated to a win. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One
greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5, roaming the paint. Over to the wing. Now Sadaransky fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Right wing. The 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Parker, right side. 5 to shoot. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Sadaransky covering. Pass to Fournier. Lets it go from deep. It's good from long range.
How about Fournier? The aggressive answer, 3 of his own.
Medu passes to Sadaransky. Ripped away. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. The visitors with the ball. Pass to Vezenkov. Deflects the pass. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Papanikolaou. Trains the three-pointer. Papanikolaou's got 6.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
From the arc. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Demonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Fournier's shot is off.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here's the 3. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Vezenkov. Shoots. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. From deep three-point territory. From beyond the arc and then some. And that ties it up.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Fires from way outside. That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Sadaransky. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Vezenkov. Takes a 3. Here's Papanikolaou. He's got 6. For 3, Fournier. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. And here we go. Parker outside. From deep. Fall with the rebound. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
pass to Satoransky. The tray. Offensive rebound. That one's not going to go. Here's Vazenko. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And we'll get this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Back to Abrinas. Shot clock at 5 for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Abrinas has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
They set the pick. From deep, Evans. Abrinas with a rebound. Here's Peters. The three-pointer, no good. Pass to Laprovitola. Trying to find Hernan Gomez. To him. From down in the low post, it goes.
They ran that play exactly as it was drawn up. Nice job.
Evans kicks to Peters. There's the 3. Evans feeling it out a bit. A second chance effort. And it's good on the way in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Anderson. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Abrinas. Good on the triple.
And really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey. The 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Here's Laprovitola. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Provitola's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The 3 ball. Peters with the bucket.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Anderson. Offensive rebound. Here's Laprovitola. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. The shot by Evans. Nobody around. It's good. This game is all even. Evans has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Abrinas' shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And they're pushing it up. They get the rebound. Pass to Laprovitola. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Anderson. Peters has gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's Laprovitola, covered by Evans. 1:14 left in the first half. And Anderson gets it to go. And here's Evans. 5 points in the game. They set the pick. 3-pointer. Hits the 3-point bomb. Evans has got 8 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Pass to Laprovitola. Fires the 3. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Here's Peters. Hernan Gomez covering. From deep, Evans. That shot off. Here's Abrinas. He's got 6. Top of the key jumper, no good.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Dorsey. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Out to the right wing. Here's Abrinas. Buries the long-range jumper. Abrinas has got 9 points now in the quarter.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And here's Evans outside. Here's Peters. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up 5. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Guys, how about our Eastern Conference winner?
Oh, he does a lot for this team. Controls the pace, keeps everyone involved, and then he can score.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the home team.
Getting points from that.
That'll do it for our show today.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. They've got Metu. He's out there with Parker, and it's Vesely in at the center. Parker, right side. There's the pick. Shoots from the corner, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. He has 5.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4. Fires the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Papanikolaou's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Parker out there with Metu, and it's Vesely in at the 5 spot. Pass to Metu. Here's Parker with the 3, and it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Vezenkov's got 4 rebounds in this game. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Papanikolaou in at the small forward. Here's Vezenkov. Drills the 3-pointer. Vezenkov's got 8 points. We've got Satoransky. Metu is out there with Parker, and it's Vesely in at the 7, filling out the middle. Here's Vezenkov. 8 points for him. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4 spot. Here's Papanikolaou. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. A tight game here in Cleveland. And here's the fast break. And the ball goes out of play, unable to keep it in. On Monday, and then on Thursday.
And they are looking at a ton of road games in the next stretch, but this team shouldn't fear the idea of it. They've been more than capable of getting wins on the road, and I wouldn't expect anything less on this trip.
Here's Vezenkov. Connects from 3-point range.
3 points.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Metu to end the run. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Here's Vezenkov. 11 points in the game. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And even 3-on-3 break. Parker with no one around. Offline with his 3. Parker's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Fournier in the corner. Pass to Vezenkov. 1-on-1 fast break. Satoransky with it. Defended now by Fournier. Parker right side. 3-pointer. They get it back.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Here's Papanikolaou. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Launches it. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Vazenkov. Off target with his 3. There's the steal. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Number 8, Dario. Number 8.
1:32 left here in the 3rd quarter. Baseline jumper. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the wing right side. Here's Parker. The putback. Fall with the rebound. Pass to Fournier. Sadaransky covering. Here's Vazenkov. And the 3 ball is good. Vazenkov's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And it took him a little while, but he's really got that 3 working now. This has been a different quarter for him.
Trying more and more to utilize the 3-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his 2nd 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Here's Vazenkov. 15 points in the game. Pass to Papanikolaou. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And here is Sadaransky. Tips it. It's good on the putback. This game has a lot of character here in the 3rd period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Peters. Down low. Parker with the steal.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Dorsey, that's good. 8 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Parker passes to Sadaransky from outside the arc. No good on the last second attempt there. And at the close of the 3rd quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this 4th quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Falls out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Anderson. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. From deep, Evans. Abrinas with a rebound. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Five on the clock. Here's Laprovitola. They get it again. Full. Anderson wide open. Can't drop the tough 3-pointer. Here's Peters. He's covered by Anderson. Get to line. Pass to Peters for the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Laprovitola, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Parker's check in for Hernan Gomez.
Personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for your home team.
4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's the screen from past the arc. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Laprovitola passes to Anderson. It's hauled in by Dorsey.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Shoots the 3. That one, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Funk, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Dorsey dishes to Evans.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
It's Fournier on the wing. Fires for three. Drills it from outside.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Abrinas the pass to Parker. 6 to shoot. Back to Abrinas. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Abrinas has got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Vazenkov.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Right side Fournier. Shoots. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Abrinas. Here's Raprovitola. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Vazenkov. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Vazenkov's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Pass to Abrinas. They set the pick from deep three-point land. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. And Dorsey kicks to Evans. We've got 1:18 left in the 4th quarter. And it's Vazenkov missing. It's Parker outside. And it's Vazenkov with the rebound. Parker's gotten only 2 of his 8 attempts from long range to fall from here. Fournier for 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Dorsey. Beyond the arc. The shot that time, not on target. Dorsey's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Here's Raprovitola. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Raprovitola passes to Parker. There's the triple. And it's Vazenkov with the rebound. Picked off in midair. Parker outside. Launches a 3. Bullseye!
And they do have a foul to give.
12 seconds left to play here in the 4th. This one for 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And so the home crowd treating to a win. It was.